when my heart is weary.
My name is Victor.
My name is Tiara.
My name is Brandy.
Hi, my name is Skylar.
My name is Danelle, and this is my camp story.
My camp story. I went to camp with depression and anger towards my mom, unforgiveness, and smoking was my addiction to try to suppress everything that was going on. My dad was killed 3 years ago. I went up there expecting change. So every day was something new, breakthrough and crying and just weeping. But that last day, God told me to get on my knees, and I got on my knees, and I was crying and weeping and weeping. And I looked up, and I seen God's feet. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I passed out because of his presence was so real. And I looked up, and I seen his hand grabbing for me. And I said, God, I just want to see my dad one more time. And so I looked up to the left, and my dad was there. And he said, I'm so proud of you. And I'm forever changed because I know he's real. I seen him. And I'm just so happy that I got to go to camp and experience that.
Before camp, I was dealing with a lot of insecurity and anger. And I had a lot of doubt. Thought there was no point. I wanted to die. The devil had me thinking that I had no purpose. There was no real reason that I was here. But after camp, it's crazy thinking about that because I know how false that is. If you're going to try so hard and put me through so many things, my life must have a bigger meaning. And that's what I found at camp.
So before camp, I had a lot of issues. I dealt with a lot of anger, unforgiveness towards a lot of people. When I went, I never really went expecting anything, kind of was just there. But every night at chapel, different things happened. Like, I got rid of all my unforgiveness. I let go of a lot of things that I had bottled up. But Thursday night, the last night of camp, I felt like there was more. Like I didn't give it my all. So I went to Deborah, and she prayed for me. And for the first time in my life, I heard God's voice so clear that there's no way I could ever doubt that He's real. I got filled with the Holy Spirit and started speaking in tongues. It was so hard for me because I didn't understand what that was. When people would talk, I didn't get how they felt it or how it came. But I did it. I didn't even hear myself. But in the end, I'm grateful that I went to camp. And I know that the change I got, the breakthrough I got at camp, feeling His presence the way I did, I'll never be the same.
I went to camp, honestly, just to be ready to be over with, because I'm not used to living with girls in a cabin, so it's like, okay, Jesus, hurry up, let's get this done with. But I didn't know what to expect. Every night of chapel, I was on my face crying in tears just because God was there. God was there. There's no doubt that God was there. So we had worship night on Thursday, and I gave God my all. And I didn't want to hold back anymore because it's so easy to hold back when you're nervous or afraid, but I gave God my all. So during that worship night, I felt Him wrap His arms around me, and He told me that He was my dad, and He just reminded me that He was my father. And I've never experienced anything like that with God. I knew Him as my provider, and I knew Him as, God and the one who sits on the throne and just holy and righteous, but I didn't know Him as a father, as my daddy, as my daddy. And He just gave me a vision of when I would fall, He would pick me back up. Each and every time He picked me back up. He said, it's okay, let's keep going. So I went not knowing what to expect, and I found a father. I found a father figure in God.